as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Here I come again. Go. Here I come again. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run with Drake, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation. On 4th.
Fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Jab. No. Off. Under 10.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Sponge. No. Let's go, baby.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The throw right sideline here is complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Brings up third and 8.
Tighten up. Hey, Mike gives a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go, D.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
Throwing is Murray on third down. This one caught by Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. On first down, Drake tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up moving the chain. Again, as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big Ed. Hatchet. Hey, switch gears. Check 43.
Now Drake. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Murray flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Running, it's Drake. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Carson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on first down. Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Check safety.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Double up. He's coming, double up. 6 guys. Check 6, guys.
Yeah. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
SOS.
Go, go.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Murray now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Switch, switch, switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Come on now.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will give 4 up to the 29. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, check, watch 54. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got man.
Check 24. Check. Go. Watch the shift.
Murray now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
From the 30 on second down. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken short.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24.
They stay on the ground with Drake. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check, 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 check. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch me.
Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Get there. Come on.
Alert 3.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watch the slant. Watch it.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Double dog. Double dog. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Danny. Let it go.
Here's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Mike 34. Mike 34.
Watch the slant. Eddie Weber. He's checking crack.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he finds Penny. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Penny, a first down carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Myers' kick is good. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
No. Off. Under 10. 10. Let's go. Twist. Watch twist. Check.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. On 1st down, Drake. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake taking it in as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 9. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Mike's 5-4. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Let's go, D.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Motion.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
54, Mike.
Hey, what? Coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, switch gear.
Go.
Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now, with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming.
54. Check. Watch.
First down, Murray. David Johnson here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Murray now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. You got tight. Right there. 36.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Mike's 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Go. Under crunch. Hey, what?
To throw again on second down. Murray, complete. It's Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Now a handoff for Dre. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Check three. SOS.
Right back to Dre. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the twist. Go. Mike's 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Jackson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll run with Penny, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. First down, the run with Lynch. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona,